With just a few days left until Ferrari's 2023 Challenger is unveiled on Valentine's Day, more and more pieces of news and rumours have begun to find their way out into the open. And in this video, we have news on a couple of fronts with regards to the Scuderia's 23 Challenger. To begin with, the 23 Challenger has been dubbed the SF23, which is a departure from that of the last couple of years. If Ferrari are consistent with one thing above all else, it's that they are never consistent with naming their cars. But the more interesting and important rumours that have begun to spread online concern that of the gains the team have made with their engine for the season and the actual chassis of the SF23. Reputed F1 news publishers Amos have reported that the car is lighter, more reliable, aerodynamically more efficient, and of course with more engine power. And with those changes, the hope is that this could finally bring them the titles back to Maranello after a long period of time, with the last title coming all the way back in 2008. On the engine side of things, the team brought in Davide Mazzoni, who is an engineer that specialises in engine calibration and functionality to the fold. Having worked a lot on e-fuel during his time at Maserati, obtaining flattering results for the Trident units. During his time with the Scuderia team since November 2022, he has been focused heavily on proving the reliability of Ferrari's 0.66-7 power unit, with it having suffered 3 major failures throughout the 22 F1 season. This resulted in the team having to detune the engines by using less stringent engine mappings, particularly across the Mexico Grand Prix weekend, as was alluded to throughout, in order to allow the drivers to end the season on 6 power units, each having at the start of the season expected to need only the allotted 3. Not only that, but with each engine added to the pool, it left both Leclerc and Sainz having to make their way through the field from the back of the grid on numerous occasions, which is something you can ill afford going up against the mighty Red Bull team with Max Verstappen leading the charge. Add in to the fact that the Mercedes team have also handed in a request to change 15 small modifications on the grounds of reliability, then Ferrari would face an almost impossible task of challenging both of these juggernauts of Formula One teams if they themselves didn't make any inroads that were of significant gains in terms of engine reliability. But by all accounts, it seems that this year's prospects are looking much better for the team on engine reliability. Mazzoni's work should see the team extend each engine's life to that of 6 Grand Prix, which is just slightly below double that of the last year, which was something that they really needed to achieve with 23 Grand Prix taking place this year. But what exactly can and has been changed on the grounds of reliability by not only the Ferrari team, but all other engine manufacturers? Well, anything that falls under the realm of increasing an engine's longevity will be permitted, but this is where you step into murky water, as there is an inevitable catch alongside that. With reliability comes the addition of natural performance as well. All teams will naturally be able to run higher engine mappings for much longer throughout the 23 race season as a result of the work that the manufacturers have done throughout the winter. So, can you really call it upgrades on the grounds of reliability? Well, I'll leave that all up to you to decide. All in all, with the improvements made on the engine and the aerodynamic front, we can expect to see a more robust Ferrari challenge this season, with less of their time having to be put towards the engine and making sure they make it throughout the season, and more time to hopefully not screw up the most glaringly obvious strategic choices that went wrong for them last year on numerous occasions. Add into the fact that they're also bringing obviously a quicker car to the track with much more room for in-season upgrades. it is looking very, very good for the Scuderia team, particularly in the long term. I would say for this season, we can expect to see a lot more upgrades throughout the course of the season. And of course, with that brings a lot more competitiveness to mount a challenge to the likes of Red Bull and Mercedes. And so it's going to be a really exciting season, I hope, with 3 teams at the front vying over the podium and of course both championships. Right guys, so that is the end of the video. I hope you've all enjoyed it. If you have, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for Formula 1 content as and when it becomes available. I'll catch you guys later on in the week.